I'm gonna show you guys how to make a simple trap beat on FL Studio 20. I will be using a loop on this just for the simple reason that when people first buy FL Studio, they don't have plugins like Omnisphere or Purity or Nexus and shit like that, so I'm just be using the loop for this one. So what I have done for you guys is I've included a free loop kit that I pre-downloaded off of this website called Looperman. I will include a download link to that and a free drum kit for the people that don't have any drum kits. I will be using this same drum kit also on this video, so if you guys want to follow along and copy the same patterns that I'm using, you guys can go ahead and do that and choose the same sounds also. Alright, so let's get cooking up. Alright, so the first thing is what you want to do is just look for a loop that you like. So I'm gonna be going to the pre-downloaded ones. Alright, so for this video I'm going to be using this good newbie loops, and I've also provided the BPMs for you down here. So what you want to do is you want to go up here onto the tempo and just match the tempo of the loop. So you just drag it in, and it's already into a bar loop. But since I like to work in half speed, what you want to do is just right click on this and then press half speed, and then just press this once, and then make sure that the stretch check mark is pressed in, and then just drag it into 4-bar loop. So when you play it, it sounds the same. Alright, so once you get your loop in and it sounds good, what you want to do next is press this once so that it opens up your pattern. You're gonna want to click in a pattern and then just stretch it out to a 4-bar loop. In other words, it's technically 8 bars, but since I'm half speeding it, it's 4. So then what you want to do is just go to the drum kit I provided for you guys, and then we're just gonna go through sounds and see which ones I like. Alright, so once you have all your sounds selected, what you're gonna want to do is just press this file right here, and then you want to click all, so it shows the loop and then also your drums, and you can just get rid of the sampler if you want. And then before you even start making a beat or anything, what you want to do is you want to open up your mixer and then go into your master, and then usually there's a limiter somewhere around here. What you want to do is just turn off the limiter by pressing these green things right here. I don't have them because I always start my projects without the limiter, but if you do have one, just turn it off. Alright, so now that the limiter is off, what you want to do is just start off by doing the drums. So sometimes when you start up the project, this is probably going to be like this much. So what you want to do is you're going to want to drag it out until there's 8 red groups like this. So then it matches up with the loop. But sometimes if you have longer loops, you just want to drag it out even more, and then just press the last key so you can see where it ends off. So but once you have that, we're gonna start off with the collapse. So for the collapse, it's usually the same pattern. It's always gonna be the first red one. I'm gonna click that in, and then I'm gonna play for you guys. Now sometimes when you open up a clap or like any sample, if you're using a different drum kit, you're gonna want to open up the sample and then just turn off the loop points, because sometimes the clap is gonna play again even though there's no clap inserted. For example, let's say it's gonna play this clap and it's gonna add an extra one for no reason. So sometimes it sounds like this. So just make sure you turn off the loop points so it doesn't replay the same clap without there being one, if that makes any sense. Alright, so once you have your clap down, what you want to do is this is the order that I'm working in. So what I'm gonna do next is put in the hi-hat pattern. Sounds like this. For my hi-hat patterns, what I like to do is normally just a 2-step pattern. What you do is just fill in all the spaces, and it sounds like this. for this video, I'm gonna add some simple hi-hat rolls since this video is aimed towards the beginners on FL Studio. So what you do is you open up the piano roll, and then what you want to do is actually I'm gonna close the files. So then you press on the brush tool or the paint tool. You want to come over here, you want to press one of these, and then so every time you place one, it's the same size. So I'm gonna click in a simple hi-hat pattern roll, and then I'm gonna play it for you guys. Alright, so this is the hi-hat rolls that I'm going to be using for this. So once you have that done, what you want to do next is I'm going to put in a snare, but this sounds more like a perk, which sounds like this. So for this, I'm going to use this simple pattern, which sounds like this. Now what I like to do is I like to add that to every other group. So it's going to be like this. And then for the last one, I just like to add a double. So this is what it sounds like. Alright, so once you have that down, what I'd like to add next is the open hats, which sounds like this. Now for this, usually what I do is I always place it on the third one of the gray patterns, or whatever you want to call them. So that's what it sounds like. Once you have your open hats placed down, sometimes the sample that you use is gonna have the loop points on. So what you want to do is just turn it off so it doesn't play an open hat when you don't want it to play. So then this is what the beat sounds like so far without the 808s and kicks. Alright, so next we're gonna do the 808. So every time you drag in the 808 pattern, what you want to always do is right click on it and then cut it, because if not, it's gonna sound distorted. So I'm gonna play a couple keys without the 808 being cut. As you guys can hear it, every time I would press a key back to back, it would distort. So then when you cut it, it sounds like this. What that does is just keeps the 808 from distorting itself every time it plays a key back to back. So once you have that done, just leave everything as it is, and then I'm gonna play the simple 808 pattern. If you guys want to copy it, go ahead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mute the hi-hats, the open hat, and the perk, just so I can hear the 808 better. So once you have your 808s down, all you want to do is just for your kick pattern, just put the same 808, so it just makes the 808 sound harder. And then I'm gonna unmute all the other channels, and then this is what the beat sounds like so far. Now on your 808, what you want to do is you want to right click on it and then open up the piano roll. So instead of the 808 always playing C5, what you want to do is switch it around so it plays high notes and then mid notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a simple 808 pattern for you guys, and I will make it more open so you guys can copy it. So once I do that, I'll be back and then I'll play the pattern for you guys. Alright, so this is the 808 pattern that I came up with. Alright, so technically the beat is already finished, but since this tutorial I'm not going to be showing you guys how to mix, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the beat and I'm going to play in the outro. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more tutorials on FL Studio.